Were Shohei Otani and Juan Soto's big moves enough to put them in the top 5 cards this week? Or is it quarterbacks who are going to dominate today's list? We'll tell you next. It's time for today's Top 5. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday, and happy 12-12 day. It's Tom Brady Day. It's a big day for the sports card hobby with the new Tom Brady cards in Bowman Draft Baseball. And we're also doing our own part here at Sports Card Investor to make it a big day for the sports card hobby as well, because we're doing some crazy giveaways tonight. In fact, 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight, I'm going live on the Sports Card Investor channel on Whatnot. Let me show you what I'm giving away. I got some Topps baseball, I got gold standard, I got contenders optic basketball, even a little Pokemon. All of that I'm giving away free tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Sports Card Investor channel on Whatnot. And of course, if you don't have that Whatnot app, scan that QR code on your screen right now. We're going to hook you up with $10 in free credit on your account. And then at 9 p.m., I'm going live on a private YouTube link just for our Market Movers members. I've got more fun giveaways tonight as well, like Elite Football and Prism Basketball and more Topps Baseball. Thanks to our friends at Midwest Cards, our official retail sponsor. Market Movers members, you're going to get the private link to join that stream in your email tonight. Lots of fun stuff happening. Lots of stuff happening in the sports card hobby as well. Let's take a look at the overall sports card index by looking at the market pulse by Market Movers. And you can see that over the last 7 days, we're down a little more. This often happens at the end of the year. October, November, December, the sports card hobby often slows down. It tends to pick back up when we get to the end of December. January tends to be a really good month. Let's hope that happens in 2024. One bright spot, though, is you can see that baseball cards from 2018 through 2020 are up quite a bit. What players are in that 2018 through 2020 range? I can think of a couple of names. They might be on today's top 5. Let's get the list started now. We're starting today with a cold card, as we do every week, and today it is Deshaun Watson. These cold cards are always a reminder that what goes up in the sports card market often comes down, and Deshaun Watson's cards were hot early in the season. They are no longer hot. They are dropping quite a bit, and the reason why is that he is sidelined for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. He's now played just 12 games in the last 2 years, and his numbers weren't exactly wonderful as well. He's thrown only 14 touchdown passes across those 12 games. So fans are left kind of wondering what if, and just being frankly a little bit disappointed with what Deshaun Watson has brought to the field. And of course, he's had his off the field issues over the last couple of years as well. All of this has led his cards to really start to decline in the market right now. Let's take a look at Market Movers. You can see what I'm talking about here. We're looking over the last 30 days, and all of these cards are going down. You can see that downwards to the right movement. These are 5 of his rookie cards from 2017, his Prism Silver, his Select Concourse, his Optic Base, his Optic Hollow, and his Donruss Base, all in PSA 10 condition. All of these cards down anywhere between 26% and all the way up to 54% over the course of the last 30 days. That's a big haircut. That Optic Base went from about $59 down to about $27. His Optic Hollow is down from $129. Now it is just $82. His Prism Silver dropped from $129. Now it is just $73. That is a pretty substantial cut on any Deshaun Watson card that you may own. But now let's talk about cards going up, and we're starting with a real investment card today. George Mikan is our investment card of the week, and for good reason. Those of you who don't know George Mikan, you should, because he's considered one of the creators of modern basketball. He's known as actually Mr. Basketball, a 4-time All-Star, averaged 23 points per game. But then after his career, he went on to become the first commissioner of the ABA. And when the Associated Press voted for the greatest player of the first half of the 1900s, they picked George Mikan as that greatest player. And there are a lot of basketball card collectors who love collecting his cards and consider it one of the all-time most iconic cards. And despite the market going down some this year, his cards continue to do well overall. For the most part, not every single grade is up, but some grades are up. And you can look here in Market Movers. I'll show you a few of those cards that are up over the course of the last year. We're looking here at his PSA 4, his PSA 5, and his SGC 5.5. You can see all three of these cards have been trending up somewhat on the graph over the course of the last 365 days. Cards in these grades are up anywhere between about 7% and all the way up at 35%. If you had bought a PSA 5 of George Mikan's 1948 Bowman base card earlier in the year, you could have bought that for around $9,100. Somebody did. And most recently, it sold for $12,300. That's a nice little increase here. These are the types of cards, these older, vintage, rare, low population cards. These are the types of cards that we recommend at Sports Card Investor if you're going to buy cards that you want to hold on to for the long term and hope that those cards have value 5, 10, 20 years down the road. It's cards like these that often are your real investment cards. But now let's talk about guys playing today who are going up, and we're starting with Bailey Zappy. Yes, Bailey Zappy is back in the starting role for the New England Patriots and actually played pretty well this last weekend. He led the Patriots to a 21-18 upset win over the Steelers on Sunday and tallied 240 yards and 3 touchdowns in that effort. Now, the Patriots have been desperate for good quarterback play this season. They've had Mac Jones as their starter for much of the season, and he has not lived up to the hype by any means. So now New England fans and football fans in general are hoping that Bailey Zappy can inject a little bit of momentum into the team here before the season closes out. His football cards, they've got some momentum in the football card market right now. Let's take a look here at Market Movers. I'll show you what I mean. We're looking here over the last 30 days, and you can see Zappy's cards. Some of these cards really start to shoot up here, especially over the course of the last week after that good effort against the Steelers. We're looking at 4 of his rookie cards from 2022, his Contenders rookie ticket auto, his Prism rookie autographs, his Contenders rookie ticket auto, the silver variation, and his Prism variation, all in PSA 10 condition. All of these cards up anywhere between 24% and all the way up at 255%. Now, granted, there's not a lot of sales of any of these cards because there's not that many Zappy cards that are graded. All of these cards have 5 or 6 sales over the course of the last 30 days. But if you did have one of those rookie ticket autos, you could have bought one, actually, I should say, 30 days ago for around $77, $78. Most recently sold for $275. I mean, that is a nice $198 flip in 30 days if you happen to be the person who bought the card and then sold it for those different price points. All of these cards are up. If you have any Bailey Zappy cards in your collection, now might be the day to pull them out. Sticking with football for the number 4 spot today, it is Dak Prescott back in the top 5, and deservedly so. The Cowboys are playing exceptionally well. They're coming off of a massive win on Sunday Night Football over the Philadelphia Eagles, beat them down 33-13. And now the Cowboys are tied for first place in the NFC East. They have a 10-3 record. That is the best record in the NFC, tied for the best record in the NFC. And people are getting excited about the Cowboys once again. Of course, everybody is maybe collectively holding their breath, though, because the Cowboys have not had hardly any playoff success for a very, very long time. So who knows if they're actually going to have any playoff success this year. But if they are, Dak Prescott is going to be leading the way. And right now, this guy looks like an MVP candidate. Over 3,500 passing yards so far this season and 28 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. Those are really, really great stats. Also great is what his cards are doing in the football card market. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and you can see these cards really rising in the last couple of weeks here. We're looking over the last 30 days at 5 of his rookie cards. His 2016 Prism Silver, Donruss Base, Optic Base, Optic Hollow, and Optic Purple, all of these in PSA 10 condition. All of these over the last 30 days up anywhere between about 52% and all the way up at 125%. That Donruss Base, which is the least expensive of the 5 cards, went from $37 30 days ago. Most recently sold for $83. Wow, that is quite the increase on that card. All of these cards are doing well. The Optic Hollow, went from $170 to a most recent sale of $275. That is a $105 increase just in the last 30 days. Let's switch to baseball for the number 3 card on today's list, and it is Juan Soto. Juan Soto is in the spotlight right now. He was just traded to the New York Yankees. And oftentimes, whenever you see a big name player get traded or sign with a new team, particularly if that's a big team they're going to, you see their cards spike. And Juan Soto going to the Yankees, that is a big combination, and you can imagine that's big for his card prices. And for good reason. Juan Soto was great with the Washington Nationals, of course, led them to a World Series victory. He then went to San Diego. Maybe wasn't quite as good with the Padres as some would have hoped, but now he's in pinstripes in New York, and people are expecting Juan Soto to have an excellent career there ahead of him. Let's take a look at what his card prices are doing. If we look here in Market Movers, look at that spike on the right of the graph that has been caused by the news of him going to the Yankees. You can see right there visually how big of a deal it is in the sports card market when a player moves teams. Now, oftentimes this doesn't last forever. You get this, kind of short-term burst of excitement and card prices rise, and then they start to settle down a little bit again until the season starts. But right now, take advantage while he's hot. His cards are certainly hot in the sports card market. And what we're looking at here are 5 of his 2018 rookie cards. His Topps Update Base, his Topps Chrome Update Base, his Topps Heritage Base, and then I've also got his Topps Chrome Update Pink Refractor and Rainbow Foil all up here on the screen. All in PSA 10 condition, by the way, and all of these cards up anywhere between 11% and all the way up at 82%. It's that Topps Chrome Update Base that's gone from $62 to $113 over the last 30 days to make up that 82% increase. From a dollar standpoint, the Rainbow Foil's up the most. That went from $300 to $400 over the last 30 days. And the Pink Refractor went from $328 to $419 over the last 30 days. It's been a big couple of weeks here for Juan Soto's cards. Back to football for the number 2 spot today, and Jordan Love is back in the top 5, and deservedly so. Jordan Love and the Packers have been playing really, really well. They've won 4 out of their last 6 games, including wins over Detroit and Kansas City. Yes, Green Bay beating Kansas City. Jordan Love playing a big role in those victories as well as all of their recent victories and having a nice season statistically. He's now over 3,000 yards passing, over 61% completion percentage, 23 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. But more importantly, Love seems to be getting better as the season goes on. So there's a lot of football card collectors and investors that are excited about him, not just for this season, but what may happen in future seasons in Green Bay as well. This is causing his cards to go up a lot. Let's take a look at Market Movers. Look at this graph, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, these cards are really, really popping off, especially over the last couple of weeks here since they beat the Chiefs. I mean, his cards have been on an absolute tear. And the cards that we're looking at here on the screen are his 2020 rookie cards, his Prism Base, his Phoenix Fireburst. By the way, guys, I love those Phoenix cards. I don't know how you feel about them. They're not very expensive, but I think the design of Phoenix is just a great looking set in my opinion. I'm also looking at his Optic Hollow, his Prism Laser, and his Select Field Level Silver, another favorite of mine, all in PSA 10 condition. And all of these cards are up, gosh, look at this, anywhere between about 98% and 194% over the last 30 days. That Optic Hollow went from $56 to $166. The Prism Laser went from $70 to $152. The Prism Base from about $30 to $76. Wow, Jordan Love's cards continue to be hot. We'll see where they go from here. It's time for today's number 1 card, but before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's show are from Market Movers. Market Movers is the ultimate way to track your sports card collection, and you can try it out for free. Just go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app in the App Store on your phone. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a hint as to who's number 1 today. We got a Dodgers stands. And we got a new card going on top of it. If you guessed Shohei Otani, that was probably pretty obvious, right? But yes, Shohei Otani is our #1 hot card of the week. And by the way, shout out to Stand Up Displays, who make these awesome Major League Baseball licensed card stands. You can get your own stand of any Major League Baseball team at standupdisplays.co. All right, let's talk about Otani. There's no doubt that Otani was going to be the #1 card today after setting the all-time record by far for any sports contract by going to the Dodgers and getting $700 million over 10 years. That's absolutely insane. And of course, if anyone's going to get it, it's going to be Otani because he makes a difference from the plate and the mound. 124 home runs over the last 3 seasons from the plate, and a record from the mound of 34 wins and 16 losses with 542 strikeouts. Outstanding numbers. Now, of course, this next season, he's only going to be batting, not pitching, but hopefully after that, we see him returning to be that two-way player because he is just so much fun to watch when he's doing exceptional. And let's take a look here in Market Movers. We're looking only at the last 7 days because I wanted to show you the bump that is starting to occur since that trade news since I should say the free agent signing with the Dodgers has been announced. And we're looking at 5 of his cards from 2018. This is, I actually put up part of the rainbow here from 2018 Topps Chrome. You've got his Topps Chrome base, the Topps Chrome Refractor, the Topps Chrome Pink Refractor, and the Topps Chrome Prism Refractor. These, of course, are all the pitching variation of his 2018 Topps Chrome card. And all of these we're looking at in PSA 10 condition. And over the last 7 days, these cards are up anywhere between 17% and 36%. Keep in mind, guys, this is just 1 week we're looking at here. That Topps base card's gone from $124 to $169. The Topps Chrome base from $170 to $215. The Pink Refractor from $465 to $627. All of these cards are up, and what's also very impressive, one of the reasons why he's #1 on today's list, it's not just the price change, it's also the sales volume. Look at how many more of his cards have been sold over the last few days than typical for him in the market. He's seen a huge spike in his cards, and anyone out there who's been selling one of his cards on eBay or wherever you might happen to be selling it knows the feeling of this. You're probably getting a bunch of offers on the cards or selling whatever you have in your inventory right now. There's so much interest at this moment in Otani. It's absolutely wonderful to see. Hopefully it continues, and hopefully he has a great season with the Dodgers. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please give it a like. Please give it a subscribe. Make sure to check out Market Movers, sportscardinvestor.com. Click Market Movers in the main menu bar or download that Market Movers app. And don't forget, we're going live on Whatnot, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight on the Sports Card Investor channel for the incredible giveaways. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be private YouTube just for our Market Movers members. So subscribe to Market Movers now and get that link in your email. We appreciate you guys. See you next time. Take care.